Welcome back to MMA Unleashed, where fight fans get the real stories, raw drama, and all the latest news from the octagon and beyond. Broken bones and astronomical medical bills. In the high-stakes world of mixed martial arts, the physical toll on fighters' bodies is undeniable. One such example is the case of UFC fighter Kevin Lee, who recently found himself facing a staggering $31,000 in medical bills following a knockout loss. Despite the severity of his injuries, which included a broken jaw that required it to be wired shut, the hospital in Kansas charged Lee an exorbitant amount for the CT scans and emergency room visit. As Lee explained in his video, the same CT scans he received in Kansas were priced at a mere $420 when he visited a hospital in Florida the next day. This stark contrast highlights the alarming discrepancies in healthcare costs that many fighters, and indeed all Americans, must navigate. Lee's frustration is palpable as he pleads for help in understanding how a simple procedure can be inflated to such an astronomical degree. The financial burden placed on fighters, like Lee, is a sobering reminder of the sacrifices they make to pursue their passion. Sustaining injuries is an inherent risk in the sport, but the astronomical medical bills that often follow can be crippling. This issue extends far beyond the octagon, as it reflects the broader challenges faced by the American healthcare system, where costs can vary wildly depending on location and provider. Matchmaking mayhem and fighter preferences. As the UFC continues to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of mixed martial arts, matchmaking has become a delicate and often contentious process. One such example is the ongoing saga surrounding lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan. According to reports, the UFC is working on booking Tsarukyan against Dan Hooker, a matchup that the Russian fighter is not particularly enthusiastic about. Tsarukyan has made it clear that he would prefer to face either Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett, two fighters who he believes present more intriguing stylistic matchups. The fighter's preference for certain opponents over others is not uncommon in the sport, as fighters often have specific goals and strategies in mind when it comes to their career progression. In this case, Tsarukyan's desire to face Gaethje or Pimblett likely stems from a belief that these matchups would be more favorable for him, both in terms of stylistic advantages and potential career-defining victories. The UFC, on the other hand, may have its own agenda when it comes to matchmaking, prioritizing factors such as fan interest, promotional value, and the overall competitive landscape of the division. This tension between fighter preferences and the UFC's matchmaking decisions is a recurring theme in the sport, and it often leads to heated debates and negotiations. Fighters like Tsarukyan are increasingly vocal about their desires, recognizing the importance of having a say in the direction of their careers. As the sport continues to evolve, the balance between fighter autonomy and promotional control will undoubtedly remain a point of contention. Verbal jabs and trash talk. In the world of mixed martial arts, where the stakes are high and emotions run deep, it's no surprise that verbal sparring and trash talk have become an integral part of the sport. One such example is the ongoing feud between UFC welterweight Darren Till and his fellow fighters, Renato Moicano and Gilbert Burns. In a recent interview on the Show Me the Money podcast, Till took aim at both Moicano and Burns, unleashing a barrage of insults and criticisms. He described Moicano as someone who can't even string a sentence together, and claimed that he speaks better Portuguese than the Brazilian fighter. As for Burns, Till suggested that the former title challenger looks like a crumpled-up piece of paper. These verbal jabs are not uncommon in the world of MMA, where fighters often use trash talk as a means of building hype, gaining attention, and potentially securing more lucrative matchups. The ability to engage in witty and provocative banter has become a valuable skill, as it can help fighters stand out in a crowded field and capture the imagination of fans. However, the line between playful trash talk and personal attacks can sometimes become blurred, as evidenced by Till's comments. While the British fighter may have been aiming to generate excitement and interest in potential matchups, his remarks could be seen as crossing the line into disrespect and personal insults. Nonetheless, this type of verbal sparring is a hallmark of the sport, and fans have come to expect and even relish the back-and-forth exchanges between fighters. As the sport continues to evolve, the role of trash talk and verbal warfare is likely to remain a prominent feature of the MMA landscape. Culinary camaraderie and cultural exchanges. In the high-intensity world of mixed martial arts, where fighters often engage in heated rivalries and intense competition, it's refreshing to see moments of camaraderie and cultural exchange. One such example is the recent interaction between UFC middleweight champion Merab Dvalishvili and former light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier. During a visit, Dvalishvili introduced Cormier to the traditional Georgian dish of akaruli khachapuri, a bread boat filled with melted cheese and a runny egg. Dvalishvili, a native of Georgia, took great pride in sharing this cultural delicacy with Cormier, guiding him through the proper way to enjoy the dish. This moment of culinary camaraderie serves as a reminder that, despite the intense rivalries and competitive nature of the sport, MMA fighters are also human beings with diverse cultural backgrounds and a shared appreciation for the joys of food and fellowship. By embracing and sharing their cultural traditions, fighters like Dvalishvili and Cormier can foster a sense of community and understanding within the MMA community. These types of cultural exchanges not only provide a glimpse into the personal lives of the fighters, but also have the potential to inspire greater appreciation and respect for the diverse backgrounds that make up the sport of mixed martial arts. As the sport continues to grow and attract a global audience, these moments of cultural sharing and culinary exploration can serve as a powerful tool for bridging divides and bringing people together. Drunken antics and cautionary tales. The world of mixed martial arts is not immune to the temptations and excesses that can come with fame and success. One such cautionary tale involves the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Jones. According to a story shared by Bogdan Guskov, a former training partner of Jones, the fighter's preparation for his first fight against Alexander Gustafsson in 2013 was marred by a night of heavy drinking and debauchery. Guskov recounts witnessing Jones and fellow fighter Frank Mir wrestling on the floor of a club, with Jones reportedly drunk as F******, and staying at the establishment until the early hours of the morning. This revelation provides a glimpse into the potential pitfalls that can befall even the most talented and successful fighters in the sport. The pressure and temptations of the MMA lifestyle can sometimes lead athletes down a path of self-destruction, with the consequences often playing out in the public eye. The story of Jones' pre-fight antics serves as a cautionary tale for aspiring and established fighters alike. It highlights the importance of maintaining discipline, focus, and a healthy lifestyle, even in the face of the distractions and allures that can come with being a professional athlete. As the sport continues to grow and evolve, the need for fighters to prioritize their physical and mental well-being will only become more crucial. Perseverance in the face of adversity. In the high-stakes world of mixed martial arts, where injuries and setbacks are commonplace, the ability to persevere in the face of adversity can make all the difference. One such example is the story of UFC fighter Jared Gordon, who chose to compete at Noche UFC despite being hit by a car the day before the event. Gordon, who was nursing a sprained MCL, faced a difficult decision: withdraw from the fight or push forward despite the injury. Ultimately, he decided to compete, even going so far as to hide his limp during the ceremonial weigh-ins to avoid the UFC intervening and pulling him from the bout. Gordon's decision to fight through the pain and injury was driven by a combination of factors, including his desire to maintain momentum in his career, his commitment to his team and fans, and his unwillingness to let the UFC down. Despite the obvious risks, Gordon believed that he could still emerge victorious, and that the potential rewards outweighed the potential consequences. While Gordon's decision to compete with a sprained MCL ultimately resulted in a TKO loss, his story serves as a testament to the resilience and determination that are hallmarks of the best fighters in the sport. In a world where injuries and setbacks are commonplace, the ability to push through adversity and seize opportunities, even when the odds seem stacked against them, is what separates the true champions from the rest. Family matters and tough lessons. The world of mixed martial arts is not just about the fights inside the octagon. It's also about the personal lives and relationships of the fighters themselves. One such story that has captured the attention of the MMA community is the recent arrest and subsequent release of Raja Jackson, the son of legendary fighter Quinton "Rampage" Jackson. According to reports, Raja was arrested on a felony charge of battery with serious bodily injury following an altercation with wrestler Psycho Stu. While the details of the incident remain unclear, Rampage's response to the situation has provided a glimpse into the challenges and complexities of being a parent in the high-stakes world of MMA. In a live stream, Rampage expressed his support for his son, acknowledging that Raja doesn't listen to him, but also affirming that he has done his best as a father. The former champion's measured and empathetic approach to the situation underscores the delicate balance that many MMA fighters must strike between their professional careers and their personal lives. The Jackson family story serves as a reminder that the world of MMA extends far beyond the confines of the octagon. The personal struggles and family dynamics of the fighters can have a profound impact on their careers and the sport as a whole. As the MMA community continues to evolve, the need for greater support and understanding of the personal challenges faced by fighters and their families will only become more pressing. Buckle up, because today's episode is packed with callouts, controversies, and crazy fight updates. Thanks for watching MMA Unleashed. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more fight news, and drop your fight predictions in the comments below. Until next time, stay sharp, fight fans.